Hello everyone, I'm Sally Pabres, a former lay missionary, community organizer, and formator. I am now with Ateneo de Davao University. I was raised in a devout Catholic family. I became familiar with devotions, especially to Our Lady of Peña Francia, who is the patron saint of Bicolandia. I was introduced to more faith formation when I was a young professional. I joined Singles for Christ and then the REX community that led me to join the Paris Pastoral Council. I was a teacher before I come to know PCLM. Somehow I sensed a deep calling within me to serve the Lord, not necessarily as a nun or a sister, but just serving the church. I was very active, giving formations to young professionals like me. But somehow I felt that serving the church in a weekend basis is not enough. I met two lay missionaries in the parish where I was teaching. There I saw the kind of life and service that they are giving to the church. I want to be like them. I left my job and become lay missionary. Of course, my mother was not very welcoming to the idea of me leaving my job. She wanted me to stay near her because she is already a widow and I am the one sending my brothers to school. She opposed my desire to serve the church. You know, the call of God prevailed in my life. And eventually, she saw that I am happy with the choice that I made. And she supported me and continues to support me even now. Very important for me is the healing of my personal woundedness. So that is the beautiful gift that I have received at PCLM. This is very personal to me because my source of wounds is inflicted by the Marcoses. My father is a desaparecido, meaning we lost him during the military rule, during the Marcos regime. We did not see his body, but he was abducted by the military. And I saw the Marcoses as the culprit of what happened to my father and to my family. It was really a devastating experience. I was assigned in the Cathedral Parish of Lawag for 2 years. There I was, missioning to the people of the Diocese of Ilocos Norte. And there was a reckoning of my own experiences vis-a-vis the relationship the people has with the Marcoses. They are very revered in the community. And so there it was like sleeping with the enemy. I was so afraid to let them know my own personal story. I was so afraid to be ostracized, to receive the ire of the people, and then what will happen to the mission entrusted to me? That was the story behind it. And I was gifted with people who are very nurturing and loving. There it started my healing process. The Lord graced me with an understanding, with an insight or an experience of being loved. I saw that I cannot generalize people as evil. I saw how the Ilocano people can be very loving, can be very generous and very caring to me. The mission at hand was greater than what I feel. Perhaps they saw how I was raised by my father, the trust that was needed for us to forge a relationship that is lasting, that is more transcending of the past experiences that I had. And the grace of God really made wonders. As a missionary, I didn't receive any salary. I just received a meager allowance, enough for my own needs. It was not easy. I can give more to my family, but I know that beyond my family, there are a lot of people needing my help also. I was graced by God. Not only me, but also my family. We were graced beyond measure. Questioning God, why Lawag? Why Lawag of all mission areas? Because of my own woundedness. I wrestle with that, with the Lord. There I also received God's answer to me that I love you. That's why I brought you here, because I want you to heal. I want you to become a whole person and be the missionary that you can be. I never felt abandoned. Even during those moments of doubts, moments of difficulty in adapting to the culture of the Ilocanos with that particular issue that I am nurturing within me, if it's not with the Lord's accompaniment, I don't think I will survive that. And I owe that to the people whom He put in my life during those difficult moments. It's the best gift that I received. Those are the concrete presence of God in my life and mission. I am with Ateneo de Davao in the formation work. I am currently the director of the St. Ignatius Spirituality Center. I accompany retreatants from the administrators, faculty, non-teaching personnel, and sometimes with the students. I always say that whatever I have become and whoever I have become in this particular ministry now, I owe so much to the formation that I got from PCLM. They say that I am a very good retreat giver. I will always say I owe that to PCLM. Just listen to God's voice in their hearts and they will not be lost. They have to simply trust the voice of God from within. I feel so loved and graced by God that He called me to this life, a single lay woman missionary for life. This is a privilege. This is a grace that I will forever be grateful about. Nothing else mattered to me but to respond wholeheartedly with gratitude to this God who continues to call me and accompany me towards His home.